Hello, class. Today we're going to be talking about William McKinley, the last president to be a veteran of the Civil War. So William McKinley will be born January 29th, 1843, and he will die September 14th, 1901. He'll be the age of 58. His home state is going to be Ohio. He's part of a string of Ohio presidents from the mid to late 1800s. As a matter of religion, he was a Methodist. All right, so his wife was a woman named Ida, and her maiden name was Saxton. And she's going to have a couple tragedies befall in her life. The first is in 1898, her brother George is murdered in a very mysterious way, one that does not get solved. And then 3 years later, her husband, the President of the United States, is going to be assassinated. So just a pretty sad thing to occur to her. As a matter of party, William McKinley is part of the Republican Party. His term of office is going to be from March 4th, 1897 to September 14th, 1901. William McKinley is going to have two vice presidents. His first is going to be a guy called Garrett Hobart, who was this consensus candidate that gets picked at the convention, who wasn't even at the convention and has to be called to be told he's going to be the running mate. The other one, Garrett Hobart, is going to die during the first term. So William McKinley, when he runs for re-election, he needs a replacement. And that replacement is going to be Theodore Roosevelt, who is this New York politician that is causing the Republican establishment some problems. So they basically put him as vice president to sideline him, something that's going to blow up in their face. All right, so William McKinley, when it comes to his political career, he is going to be in and out of the House of Representatives across 14 years. The state legislature in Ohio is going to keep on trying to redraw his district. And eventually, one of those times, he is going to lose. And then in 1892, he's going to become governor of Ohio. So this makes him a prime candidate for the presidency in such a prized state. No Republican has ever won the presidency without the state of Ohio. So, what William McKinley does is that he runs in 1896. And his opponent is a guy called William Jennings Bryan. He's super energetic young guy who's going from town to town having these big rallies. And he is an advocate for free silver. Okay, how we're going to put our money standards and the precious metals related to them was a big deal at the time. Whereas William McKinley is someone that is advocating the gold standard, and he's going to have the opposite type of campaign. Well, as his opponent is crisscrossing the country, being very energetic, William McKinley is going to campaign from his front porch. He's going to stay at his home and allow people to come to him and speak to him. And he's going to win both of his presidential elections against the same opponent. Second one's a rematch, basically the same way. All right, so the big accomplishment of William McKinley has to do with the Spanish-American War. And the Spanish-American War can be its own video, but the United States declares war on Spain, having to do with Cuba, getting Cuban independence. And it's a relatively short war. It's done within a year. And the United States soundly defeats Spain. And as the result of this, here are going to get the territories from Spain of Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines. So it's the time of American imperialism building up our territories. So after he's been reelected for his second term, William McKinley is going to be assassinated by a Polish-American anarchist named Leon, who is going to shoot and kill William McKinley. As an anarchist, he wanted to overthrow the government, and that's not what occurs. All he manages to do is elevate Theodore Roosevelt to the presidency. So William McKinley was very well remembered in the immediate aftermath of his assassination, but in more recent years, he's become more obscure, and his imperialist aims have come under more scrutiny, as well as with the Spanish-American War, his how much of it was actually warranted.